Thank you so much for watching my videos during 2025. I know I've said this before, but I won't be able to do this without you. If you don't return each week to watch my videos, then this channel simply wouldn't exist. So thank you very much. And for those of you that joined me on Patreon, I will never be able to express my gratitude even if I tried. I'm taking a bit of a break in December, so this video is being recorded and made in November. But I cannot leave you without anything to watch in December. So let's take a look back at some of my most popular rewind videos. What is that, you might ask? It is a video series that I did in 2025 where we take a look at some of the gayest moments of the past 40 years, one video at a time, 1 year at a time. And seeing that this is a compilation video, I won't be able to highlight everything that happened in every year. With that being said, let's head over towards Rainbow and follow the yellow brick road. In August 1980, Diana Ross released what would become a gay anthem for the ages. It was written by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards, and the song was directly inspired by seeing drag queens dressed up as Diana in New York clubs. Nile Rodgers realized Diana didn't just have fans, she had a queer army. Sure, Diana Ross was a bit hesitant to record the song, afraid that it would get backlash and wouldn't get any airplay, but with a bit of convincing from Rodgers, the rest was basically history. When the song came out, it was an instant hit, not just with gay listeners, but basically everyone who was fed up with conforming to norms. It was an anthem celebrating being true to oneself and living unshamed. The song wasn't subtle, it was literal. It arrived at a time when coming out was still a radical, even dangerous act. But here was Diana Ross, diva royalty, singing it loud and proud. And queer people embraced it as a soundtrack to their truth.
How would you like to disappear?
Disappear?
Go undercover.
When the film Cruising hit theaters in 1980, gay activists were furious. The film starred Al Pacino as a cop who goes undercover in New York's leather bar scene to catch a killer. Sound spicy? It was, but it also painted gay men as hypersexual and dangerous, at a time when the gay community was already fighting for basic rights.
The gay community has protested, wanting no showing at all of that film. The film's distributors have other ideas.
Protests erupted outside theaters. Queer groups like the Gay Liberation Front called it homophobic, but over time, Cruising became a cult classic, some argue even a misunderstood masterpiece. Regardless, it put queer subculture in the mainstream like never before. It shocked and scandalized, but it couldn't be ignored. The 1980s wasn't a great time for LGBTQ-themed movies, as audiences weren't as accepting as they are today. So gay-themed movies were extremely rare and often painted LGBTQ people as something to be feared, something to be cautious of. And because of this, we didn't get a lot of movies that we could relate to. So grab your Walkman, pop up your collar, and follow me down the yellow brick road to 1982.
Our intention was always to be as commercial as possible,
Yeah.
you know, and as global as possible, to have as many hits as in many countries as possible.
In 1982, one man stood out as a flamboyant force of nature, Boy George. Although Culture Club didn't release a debut album until the tail end of the year, George began making waves with his androgynous style and unapologetic queer presence in London's new romantic scene. Even before hitting global fame, his look was already turning heads in fashion magazines and music clubs. Although music listeners didn't know this yet, the new girl on the block, Madonna, who just released her debut single Everybody, was destined to set the world on fire and change gay pop culture forever.
I'm on the air on Sundays doing the Top 40 and also do the Friday Rock Show, and here's Culture Club. Do you really want to have me?
1982 gave us some of the gayest bangers to ever grace a dance floor. First up, Do You Really Wanna Hurt Me by Culture Club. With Boy George's soulful croon and gender-bending aesthetic, the track wasn't just a hit, it was a challenge to gender norms broadcast straight into homes across the globe.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls was everything a gay man could ever want in a music video. It was a fun song with simplistic lyrics and filled with nearly half-naked men dancing in synchronicity to create a gay fever dream of musical ecstasy. I'm pretty sure a lot of my viewers taped this from MTV and rewatched it so many times that the VHS wore out. And who can blame them? Sadly, 1982 was also the year openly gay artist Patrick Cowley released his third and final solo album before his untimely death in November 1982, becoming one of the early victims of the AIDS pandemic. Although he was best known for his collaborations with openly gay disco singer Sylvester, he had a promising solo career and had been credited as one of the original two pioneers of electronic dance music. 1984 was the year some of our favorite queer icons officially stepped into the spotlight, some with subtlety and one in a wedding dress. Let's start with Lamal, the ex-lead singer of Kaijo Gugu, who became a solo artist. He gifted the world the dreamy theme to the never-ending story, and with his platinum mullet and glam aesthetic, Lamal became an instant queer-coded royalty. He wasn't just a singing fantasy, he was the fantasy. Meanwhile, Hazel Dean was becoming a high-energy goddess, with hits like Searching, I Gotta Find a Man, which basically became a gay club anthem overnight. Her debut album, her sound, her look and her energy was all camp, with a capital C. And that's not technically a bad thing. Prince released his sixth album, Purple Rain, and fully blurred the lines between masculinity, sensuality and style.
This is what it sounds like when the doves cry.
With eyeliner, lace and guitar solos that could make you blush, Prince showed the world that gender norms were officially cancelled and queer fans took notice. And then of course there was Madonna. Just 26 years old and already causing moral panic. She performed like a virgin at the first ever MTV VMAs, in a wedding dress of course. And somewhere 1,000 baby gays were born in that moment. She didn't just start a career, she started a movement.
They got an LP called Sophisticated Boom Boom, which is coming out in about 4 weeks' time. This is Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive gave us You Spin Me Round Like a Record, with frontman Pete Burns looking like a new wave drag angel sent from Studio 54. The makeup? Immaculate. The voice? Dramatic. The camp? Obviously off the charts, and that's why we loved it. It was the new anthem to our gay lives. Over in the UK, Frankie Goes to Hollywood continued their unapologetic queer takeover. Two Tribes wasn't just a Cold War anthem, it was a high-energy, synth-powered fever dream. And coming hot off the heels of Relax, the gayest song ever banned by the BBC, they were fully leaning into it.
I want to break free.
And let's not forget Queen's I Wanna Break Free, a song about liberation, but made immortal by a music video where the entire band was dressed in drag. Freddie Mercury in drag with fake breast vacuuming? An entire generation of closeted teens whispered to themselves, wait, I think I get it now.
Both Mayor Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk have been shot and killed.
The Times of Harvey Milk was a groundbreaking documentary that chronicled the life, career and assassination of America's first openly gay elected official. The documentary didn't just memorialize Milk, it captured the heartbreak and the political urgency of the moment.
What the gay rights ordinance in San Francisco, the main focus is to prevent the people who are already employed, who are gay, who if they want to come out and break down the stereotypes, prevents them from being fired.
It showcased the grieving community, a movement on the rise, and most importantly, a gay man's legacy being taken seriously by mainstream cinema. No wonder it won the Oscar for the Best Documentary Feature.
And the winner is The Times of Harvey Milk, Robert Epstein and Richard Producer.
The fantastic effort that went on for a lot of the gay freedoms we have, and a lot of it did get going before Stonewall.
Before Stonewall was another pivotal documentary that took on a monumental task, telling the story of queer life in America before the 1969 Stonewall riots. Through interviews, archive footage and rarely seen photographs, it painted a fuller picture of LGBTQ+ history, reminding viewers that queer people had always been there, even if they were forced to live in the shadows. For many in the community, it was the first time they'd seen their lives contextualized and respected on screen.
I love him. Oh, come on, Guy. Look, I'm not going to pretend anymore. I'm sick of pretending.
Set in 1930s England, Another Country follows a young closeted student played by Rupert Everett, loosely based on real-life spy Guy Burgess.
I've always liked the idea of my name going down in history.
The story explores the link between repressed homosexuality and political rebellion, all wrapped up in elite boarding school aesthetics and brooding homoerotic subtext. It's equally part tragic, romantic, and very, very British. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and a subscription would be nice. You can also check out some of the other great videos on my channel.